Yep, I started cleaning it out, and it's got a lot of junk in there. This thing leaks like a sieve. There's rotten wood all inside this thing. I'm gonna have to gut it, because when I opened up this over here, all of this wet sawdust fell out, and it's just trashed. What's in that thing is the coach battery and the plug-in, so you can plug it into shore power. That's all that's in there. But the underneath part of it, where the battery's sitting, is all rotten. So I'll have to end up pulling it out, and I'll have to tear out all the wood and redo every bit of wood in this thing. So right now, I'm just cleaning it out. I got some of the stuff out. Most of it I've put in the back of this truck. There was a generator, there was a winch, a bunch of fishing poles and stuff, and he's made it abundantly clear he wants all of it. So that's the guy that owns this van's son. So I'm boxing it up for him. Right, wrong, good, better, and different. I'm boxing everything in there, and he can just deal with whatever, whatever's in the box. I'm not going to sort through it and try to get rid of trash or go through the paperwork unless it looks like a receipt for a part that may have been bought for the van. There's several of those I found that are from O'Reilly's, so I'll keep those, but everything else is going into boxes. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop this video clip and bring you in when I've got it a little bit more cleared out so you can see inside the van. And the pile of stuff coming out of the van gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You got this box. The little box is still empty. I got stuff to put in it. There's a solar panel that goes with him. Plus there's like a DVD player and stuff. Just different stuff. I'm almost to the end of it, but that pile is huge. And I'm fixing to call the guy that works for him to come start putting that stuff in his storage shed so that I can get busy with the van. The van is going to need gutted, I'm afraid. I sat down. I finally got the couch put back into the couch mode, and when I sat down on it, it cracked, and I stepped on this little piece right here, and it almost collapsed underneath me because the windows leak and everything's rotten. So looks like I'm going to be able to get to a brand new slate. Now that particular couch, I might be able to save the frame on it, since it'll fold up and fold down, but the base is going to have to be rebuilt. So, I don't hold much hope that the refrigerator works, but anyway, here's just a little video clip, and there was 2 of those, and he said there was one in there to keep the battery charged. So since there was 2 brand new ones, I'm putting one with him and I'm keeping one. And there was one on the dash, but I don't even know if it works because the battery went bad on this thing. So who knows whether it was keeping it charged or not. So I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to keep that one new one unless he throws a hissy fit about it or something. And at that point, I'm just going to hand it over and say, fine, take it. I don't care. Because I'm not going to argue with him about anything. It's not worth arguing about. It's really not. So I'm just bagging all this stuff up. There's a down comforter over there, and a sleeping bag, and a memory foam mattress topper, and 2 of those Chase Lounge yard seats, that you see by a pool. There's 2 of those, and some pillows, and he's probably going to want all that shit thrown away, but that's something he's going to have to do, because I'm not going to make the decision on it, because it's not my stuff. So anyway, I will put you back on. I'll do another video clip when I get everything kind of cleaned out a little bit more. Okay, somehow the phone turned off. There's the front storage compartment, which is going to make a nice storage area for me. Let me see. This window was open. I don't know if that was on the other video or not. Let me put this thing back on hold. I'm going to go check and see what I got recorded last time so I don't double it up. Be right back. Okay. Here is the storage area. This piece slides out. There was 2 pads supposedly. Here's one. The other one's missing. Who knows where it disappeared to over the years. So I'm not going to keep it anyway. I'm going to get rid of this wood, this piece of board. This board will slide out. I might leave the carpet up there since it's actually in good shape, rather than tear it out, just so that things don't slide as much. But I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to gut this thing because all of these are broken and leaking. Hell, this window wasn't even shut all the way. So every time it rained for since 2004, I think, this thing's leaked. The wood is messed up. I sat down on the couch after I got it up into the couch position, and I heard it crack. So the wood that's supporting the couch is rotten as well. That door is broken. I don't know if the fridge works. Probably not. We'll know when I plug it into shore power. I'm not going to just tear it out and throw it away without at least checking it. The stove, I hope, works. The grates for the 3 burners, they're inside the oven. The plastic and everything in this place, I mean, things are just really broken. I mean, this is all broken, and if you just touch this stuff hard, it'll break. It'll crumble. You know, not even the mirror is savable. It's broken. And all of the, I'm gonna have, you know, all of the shelves are water damaged from water leaking. So the pantry is no good. I don't know about this cabinet. I might be able to salvage this one. I don't know. Probably not. I'm about half afraid to sit on that commode. All the other plastic is just disintegrating. If you just touch it, it gets crumbly and messed up. So anyway, I'm finally standing in the van. I've been working on this for hours today, getting it cleaned out. So at least now I can get in it, which is an improvement. I'm gonna have to pull every window loose and put new putty tape on all the windows, and check all the seals and make sure they're all working. And if they don't work, I'm like on these 2 windows up here, this window and the one on the other side. If these windows if these windows continue to leak, I'll just fiberglass them in. Take the windows out and fiberglass it in, because this is a fiberglass top. So it will. I can fiberglass over it. It might not be the prettiest thing you ever saw, depending on how detailed I get. But we'll see. If I can get it all shut up, I will. Where it doesn't leak. I am going to have to fiberglass 2 of these 3 holes in the roof, because there's no need for 3 vents. I'm going to put one 12-volt powered vent in here. And then there's the 3rd vent. And I'm going to put one 12-volt powered vent in here. The hole's already cut, so I just have to pick which one. Probably the one in the back. Probably that's the one that I'll use for the vent. Because once I tear all this out, my bed's going to go here. So it'll be fairly close to the bed. And if I don't have to trash the kitchen, then, which I'm pretty sure I will, because the wood on the base of these cabinets, because, you know, this thing's leaked so much the carpet got wet and it soaked up the water, and then the base of the cabinets were sitting on the wet carpet, and yeah, they're kind of rotten. So I'll put a picture of, I opened up the side little compartment outside, and a whole bunch of rotten sawdust fell out. Really bad, really bad. So, oh, I'm so tired. All that stuff out there is what I pulled out of the van. All that. That stuff in the foreground here, the black trash bag and those boxes next to it, that's all trash. But the rest of that stuff was tucked in every nook and cranny in this van. I cannot believe how much stuff he had in there. Oh my God. And then this box is all that I'm keeping. This van came with car parts. The grommets and the bushings and different things for the front end that it needs. And so I put anything that was related to working on it, not tools, just the parts, screws, nuts, bolts, and there was some vacuum line and, you know, spark plugs, things like that. All that's in there. So I can't be able to, I got it all contained into one box. And anyway, I'm going to put the doghouse in here just a second. And then I'm going to put my chair, that's my chair right there. I'm going to put my chair back into the Jeep that belongs to my son. Because I've been using it to rest in. I work for a little while and rest a little while. Work a little while and rest a little while. So I'm worn out, completely worn out. I'm not going to be able to walk this evening much. So my son is probably going to have to cook me dinner. But yeah, cleaned out everything in the cabinets, drawers, everything. It's all cleaned out. I found me a cast iron bean pot down there at the swap meet yesterday, 15. So that's good. I've got a little bit of cast iron, but it's still in my stuff in El Paso. If that stove and oven will work, then I can I'll keep it. But what I'll have to do in order to see if the stove and oven will work is once I get this thing running and driving, before I tear anything out, I'm going to take it down there and have them check the propane, because I don't want to gas myself, you know. We'll have them check the propane, make sure that, you know, it's not leaking anywhere, and that the valves are good, and that if it's got one of those regulators, if it needs a regulator, it's going to have a regulator. I'm just going to have them look it all over, because I know nothing about propane other than it's flammable. So we don't want to burn ourselves up or blow ourselves up. So I'll have the propane checked by a professional. So, but when I tear out all this other stuff, you know, we're talking all the electric lights and everything like that. I'll try to save some of them if I can, but most of them will probably go to the trash. Like, I don't know if that little light right there will survive getting dismantled or taken down and put back up. I don't even know if it'll take an LED. If it'll take an LED bulb, then that's cool. And if it doesn't tear up, that's cool. But I'm not going to hold my breath on it. Everything else was just, you know, it's a 42-year-old van. I mean, you know, you can't expect perfection. So, but I was hoping that it would be in a little better shape. You couldn't tell what was here. With all the stuff that was in here, you could not tell. I mean, even the front of this cabinet has got water damage. Right there. That skin on that cabinet is coming off. Which means that it come from above, which probably one of the roof vents leaks and drips down on it, on the countertop or something. But I'll have to just replace all that. Whatever I pull off, I'm going to try to be super careful, so that if I decide I want to rebuild it, maybe I can use that as a template so that I can get it back the way it was. At least that's my theory, you know. But the stuff's pretty brittle and crumbly, so who knows whether that'll work. Anyway, guys, if you'd hit the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of goodies. I'm stringing several of these video clips together so that you guys can see the progression somewhat. But y'all come back and see me. I'm too tired to do any more filming.